For years, I thought I was doing everything right. I was sober, I was going to therapy, I was eating right, I was exercising, I had a spiritual life. I was doing the work. And then one day I walked out of therapy and thought, wow, I just spent an hour talking at someone and paid them to listen to me. And nothing has changed. Nothing is different. I walked out of therapy with the same amount of anxiety I had going in. I was trapped in the same trauma loops, emotional patterns, and limiting beliefs. I was stuck in my fight or flight. And I had been living like this for so long. Honestly, I didn't even know there was another way. But the most frustrating thing was this. I knew the problem. I knew my story. I knew where I had been hurt and why. But knowing the issues didn't help me move faster through them. In fact, it got me more in the way. I believe now that healing is not just about understanding what has happened to us. Healing happens when we let the body feel safe enough to let it go. Safe enough to complete the emotional experiences so that we can complete the energetic imprint that got trapped to begin with. Hi, my name is Fiona. I'm a somatic healing coach. I teach multiple modalities, but I'm all about helping people release stress, trapped emotions, and unresolved trauma from the body so that they can live their best life. And one of the most powerful tools I discovered along the way was emotional freedom technique, EFT tapping. So in this video, I'm going to explain what EFT tapping is, why it works. I'm going to walk you through all the 16 tapping points and help give you some guidelines so that you can get the most out of every single tapping experience. So let's begin. What is EFT tapping? Emotional freedom technique is the combination of Chinese medicine and modern psychology. So in Chinese medicine, we believe we have over 2,000 acupuncture points in the body. And these acupuncture points line up into 12 meridians. And these 12 meridians are what help allow this life force energy, this qi, to move through our systems and the organs of our body. So when we are under chronic stress or have trapped emotions, physical injuries, or just unresolved trauma, these energetic meridians get blocked and create stagnation. So when we tap, we're actually tapping on the meridian points of our body and sending a calming message to the brain, to the amygdala, to the fight or flight response, allowing us to lower our cortisol, relax the nervous system, clear out our emotional body, and create possibilities to allow new neural pathways to develop. EFT tapping became the bridge between awareness and transformation because I wasn't just talking about my experiences anymore. I was actually feeling them, acknowledging them, but most importantly, I was bringing love and compassion to the parts of me that needed validation, more safety, more support, and more understanding. And little by little, things got better and I started to heal because I learned what it felt like to feel safe again in my body, release the past, and rewrite my trauma story. So let's walk through the 16 tapping points. We're going to begin at the top of the head. You can go anywhere you like. You really can't make a mistake. But I tell my students all the time to just keep tapping no matter what. The next one's going to be between the eyebrows. Then we're going to go on the side of the eyes, right on the temples. All these meridian points are connected to different organs in the body. So the next one is underneath our eyes. This is the stomach meridian. A lot of people hold a lot of worry in their stomach. Then we're going to go underneath the nose, above the lip. This is the governing meridian. It goes all the way down to the base of our spine. Then underneath the lip, above the chin. This is the conception vessel. This goes down to the belly button. Then onto the chest. You can tap anywhere you like here. This is the kidneys, fear, anxiety, panic, terror. Then we're going to go under the ribs. This is the liver. This is resentment, rage, anger. Then we're going to go on the side of the ribs. This is the spleen. A lot of us carry a lot of trapped emotions in our spleen. Then we're going to go inside the wrist. You can do one hand like this. You can do two hands. Some people like going like this. You decide. Now we're going to go down the fingertip points. So we're going to go to the outside of the thumb. This is the part of the thumb that's facing the body. We're going to go right in the side of the nail. Then we're going to go down the fingertips the same way. We're going to go down the index finger, down the middle finger. The only one that's different is the ring finger. We're going to go on the opposite side of the ring finger. This is the trauma spot. This is for fight, flight, and freeze. Good. Then we're going to go back the regular way, inside the pinky finger. And then the last spot is the side of the hand, the karate chop point. If you want to do a deep dive into the tapping points, then go into the description and click the link in there to download my free PDF. So stuff might start to come up when we start tapping. You'll start to notice that the energy it takes for us to stay stressed and to stay tight and to stay stuck, when we start to relax, all of a sudden we get these waves of exhaustion. So if you start tapping and you get tired, that's a good sign. Some people start yawning, some people start burping. It's a sign you're on the right track and you're actually releasing and discharging all that energy. So here are some tips to get the most out of your tapping experience. Number one, in order to heal it, I need to feel it. I get it. Most of us have spent years avoiding uncomfortable emotions. However, with EFT tapping, this is an opportunity and invitation for you to go deep, for you to allow this to really come up to the surface so that you can be free. So I want to invite you to give permission to yourself to feel. Why not? You've got nothing to lose. Number two, every tapping session is like a call and response. I'm going to be saying something and you're going to repeat it. And there'll be times I'll say something that doesn't resonate with you or doesn't quite fit. So you are welcome to change the script anytime and make it your own. The words really don't matter. It's more about the emotions that are coming up underneath it. Make it your own and just tell your truth. Number three, use your voice. Your voice is medicine. There's something really powerful about hearing your own voice, acknowledging your experience. And finally, a tapping journey is like crossing a river, and I'm your guide. I'm going to take you from one side to the other. And sometimes in the middle of the journey, the current is the strongest. Something big might come up. It might be a big emotion. It could be a big trigger. It could be big resistance. I believe this is gold. This is why we're here. We're here to move through the fight or flight response and not abandon ourselves in the process. Don't quit before the miracle. Just trust the process. Trust I'm going to take you to the other side of the river where there's joy, peace, bliss, and all the good stuff. No one gets stuck in the middle of the river. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below. And if you have any suggestions on any kind of videos you want me to create, let me know. Please like and subscribe to the channel. My goal is to drop a new video every week to help you support your nervous system and get back into the intelligence of your body so that you can finally live a fantastic life. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.